it's in a central place. Okay, it's an heart of repository which can manage the entire thing, like starting from the project management, we can manage the entire projects, we can manage the requirements, and then as well as we can use Team Foundation Server as a version control system. We can manage all the artifacts on Team Foundation Server. So in simple word, Team Foundation Server, it is a common platform for all, that is all team members, starting from the developers, then the designers, testers, and the project manager. So all these team members can stand on the same platform, and that is called as a Team Foundation Server. So if you see in the figure, that is a process template is also available. So process template means that is a CMM level processes are there, agile methodologies processes are there. Suppose if my company follows CMM level 5 processes, then I have to select that particular process template. Even you can create a customized process template as well. If you have your own company's template, you can download it and you can apply it. So what is the purpose behind this process template means? Suppose if I want to get a report, that is a defect report or the test case format in that particular process. So I can apply this process, that is a CMM level process. If I applied it, then I will get it a final report in that particular process template. Now if you see in the Visual Studio contains a different packages like Ultimate package, then Premium, Professional, and Test Professional. So if the particular company wants to go with only a testing activity, so they can purchase that as a Visual Studio Test Professional. So what is the the components are available in the test. So these are the components that are available in the Test Professional. That is a test case management. So test case management, we can manage the entire test cases. Starting from the requirement, we can create a requirement or the user stories, we can create a test suite, we can design the test cases, we can execute the test cases, and we can submit the bugs, or we can log the issues. So this is about the test case management. Then the manual testing. MTM, that is a Microsoft Test Manager, it's a test management tool. So we can perform all the activities manually. Suppose for example, if I am comparing the expected result with the actual result, so manually I have to click whether the result is pass or a fail. That we will see practically. We have a demo. Okay, so first we will go through the entire slides and then we'll try to give a demo. So I have a software, so we'll try to go through that particular demo. Okay. Then the next is fast forward for manual testing. So in normal cases, if I want to perform one action or I want to validate a login window, so I need to perform 3 steps. That is launch login window, then enter valid agent name, enter valid password, and click on OK button. So these are the 4 steps are there. Okay, so I want to perform these 4 steps for the second iteration. That means that is a parameterization. So instead of entering again the second, I have to follow the steps, I can go with the fast forward for manual test runner. Okay, then the next is, that is a reach actionable bugs. Actionable, the term itself has a meaning. If you see, actionable bugs is nothing but a bug is an error found by testers during application testing or application run. So at the run time only we can log the issues or we can log the bugs, and that is called as an actionable bugs. Then the next is how Visual Studio 2010 is packaged. Now we have already discussed different types of the packages, like Premium is available, then the Ultimate is available, and the Professional is available. So what are the components that I can get it into that particular package? So if I go with the Visual Studio 2010 Professional, so if you see, these are the different components are available or the modules are available, like web development is there, SharePoint development is there. So which is everything is related with the development part. Then next is Visual Studio 2010 Premium. Now there are some testing components are there, like test agent and the test controller is there, then the coded UI testing, then the performance profiling, then code coverage. So what is test agent and test controller? In simple word, test agent is nothing but it's a client and the controller is nothing but it's a server. And coded UI testing. So Microsoft Visual Studio Premium as well as Ultimate has come up with this functionality. That is a coded UI testing. So we can perform the UI testing using this coded UI testing as well as the functionality testing. Now the next is called as a test impact analysis. What is mean by test impact analysis? So suppose for example, there is a one build is there and the developers has made changes in that particular build. So whatever the impacted are there. So I want to perform the new. So test impact analysis, it provides you the particular test cases which are to be impacted by adding a new code. So when you click on the test impact analysis, you will, instead of going through the entire test cases. So let's take a simple example to understand what is mean by test impact analysis. There is a module A is there and it contains username field, password field and OK button. So I can call it as a build A, and the another build which contains that is username, password, OK button as well as the cancel button. Now the cancel button is added, new functionality has been added, so it won't get affected to the previous functionality. So I want to test build A as well as a build B. For build A, I have written 100 of test cases, and for build B, I have written 25 test cases. Now for the regression testing, I need to perform the entire 125 test cases. So instead of that, if you click on the test impact analysis, then it will give you the impacted test cases only. So whatever the code has been changed, it will be affected to that particular test cases. So it will give the respective test cases only. Instead of 125, you can go with the impacted test cases, and this is called as a test impact analysis. Then the next is Visual Studio 2010 Ultimate. It's a really ultimate tool. You can perform n number of testings. So for example, you can perform a web performance testing, load testing, database testing, okay, then UML modeling, as then IntelliTrace, and the separate thing that we are going to focus today. Microsoft Test Manager contains test case management, manual testing, and fast forward for manual testing. Now what is IntelliTrace? IntelliTrace, as a tester, if we log the issue or a bug, it assigned to the developer, and developers are trying to resolve that issue. So they will go through the entire code. So using this IntelliTrace mechanism, if they click on the submitted issue or a bug, they can directly go to that respective line of a code where they can find out the bug. So this is a very ultimate feature in Visual Studio 2010 Ultimate. So this is about, we can perform n number of. Now you can see this diagram. Visual Studio Ultimate package contains, that is the features of premium you will get it plus professional, and the premium you will get it the professional plus premium features. Then the next is, that is an automation platform support. Now if I am using a Internet Explorer 6, whether does it support to Internet Explorer 6 or Chrome or Opera? If you just go through the entire slide, you can understand that it doesn't support to IE6, Chrome, then Opera and Safari. Even the Java-based application, it doesn't support. Then SAP application, it doesn't support. But Silverlight and the Firefox, yes. Now we need to add a feature pack 2 for this Firefox support as well as a Silverlight support. So this is about the platform support, MTM, and they are working on it. So the latest version of Visual Studio 2011 has come up with a beta version. So if possible, you can download it from the Microsoft site. So this is a very important thing. So relationship between the team projects, then the test plan, then the test suite and the test cases. Now team project. So when you start with the MTM or testing in Microsoft Test Manager, we need to create a team project. So how to create a team project, then how to create a test plan, how to create a test suite, and how to design a test cases, that we will see later on. So now what is a team project, what it contains? So team project that we need to create in a Visual Studio 2010 Ultimate. And these contains the work items. Work items is nothing but your artifacts, like test cases are there, bugs reports are there, SRS, BRS documents are there. So everything that comes under a work items. Then the source code, that is the code itself. Now the next is test plan. So test plan, it contains the plan about the testing. So what we are going to be tested, features not to be tested, start and end dates, then the running setting, on which environment I want to run that particular test suite. So this is about the test plan. Now if you see this diagram properly, the team project contains test plan, then the test plan, test suite and the test cases. Again, the test plan contains test suite and test cases, and separately test cases. Now test suites, it is a collection of the tests. So how to create a test suite? So there are 3 ways we can create a test suite. One is called as a requirement based test suite. Then the second one is called as a query based test suite, and the another one is called as a static test suite. Now what is mean by the requirement based test suite? By adding an existing work item of the type of the requirement or user story to the test plan, and that is called as a requirement based test suite. So how to create a requirement based test suite or how to create a query based test suite, that we will see in demo. Okay, so this is about the requirement based test suite. Then the static. Static is nothing but we are not going to change it. So it is a collection of the test cases. It is useful to create a group of test cases based on the specific grouping criteria, and that doesn't change the time. So this is a static. So by default, if you click on the new and then static, so you can create a static test suite. Then the query based test suite. Query means we have to perform a query, and query means you must create a query that satisfies the required logic. So for example, now I want to display all the test cases in a team project designed by Mr. Sachin or by me, or a specific area part such as a business logic component. So it will display all the test cases which is designed by me or a particular test project. So this is about the requirement based test suite, then the query based test suite and the static test suite. Now the test cases. In the test cases we can write the steps and we can provide the test data. We can do the parameterization in MTM as well. So this is about the entire relationship. So first you need to create a team project, then you have to follow with the test plan, then the test suite, and the test suite contains the test cases. So we are going to focus on this. So how to create a team project, then how to create a test plan, then how to create a test suites, how to create a test cases, and execution of the test cases using a test runner. Now how to create a team project? So first we need to launch a Visual Studio 2010 Ultimate.